Hello you all, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been doing good, and by that I mean feeling good. You can do good too. I highly recommend it actually. So first off, I want to address a lot of people keep asking me why I run my chain so loose. Well, as you can see, this one is not loose. This might be a tad bit too tight. Why is that? It's because I don't always get it set the way that I want. That's it. This right here, clearly a lot of times the sprockets, I use rim sprockets mostly, and they'll get packed with stuff. Whenever that happens, they bind in certain places. Right, like right there, it's tight. We call that tight as a Dick's hat band. And it ain't coming off. Right there, it's a lot looser, you know. There we go, it's a lot looser right there. So this one right here needs a new rim sprocket or it cleaned out. But that's enough. Typically whenever you see it real loose, that's because I just need to tighten it up. I didn't get it set right like I thought I did. We all do it. And that's it. It's not like I'm purposefully setting it really, really loose. Now, whenever it comes to a race, I will pay more attention and I'll run it looser than this. Just a little bit looser. Not super loose, but just a little bit looser because less drag. But working, I don't recommend it. Makes it too easy to throw a chain. But this right here is what I call black magic. All right, check it out. Let's see, let's do a close up there. All right. This was built for me by Garrett Barker. And I just got to work on setting it up with a 3/8 chain. This is a 16-inch bar, 3/8 chain. The saw originally started as a Craftsman 3.3, and I got it for 15 bucks, I think, at an estate sale. And I really liked the saw, really liked it, and that's what got me started on all the Poulans. This was it. This was the original saw that got me started enjoying Poulans. And so this is the same thing as a Poulan 3300. It's 54 cc's and open port cylinder design. This one right here was actually a bare bore cylinder with a chromed piston and rings. And so I thought this one would be a good candidate for a little project that I had been wanting to do. And that is, Brennan Cass and Garrett Barker were the ones who actually built this saw. I came up with the idea all on my own, but it turns out some other people have beat me to it, on the forums and such. Well, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to put a 346 XP cylinder on this and make it work as a race saw? And so, well, the 346 XP has a 32.5 millimeter stroke. This only has a 32 millimeter stroke. So where the 346 XP, new edition I'm speaking of, right? They're 50.8, I think, cc's. This one's 49.6 or something. So it gives up about 1 cc because of the shorter stroke. But those two guys, Brennan, he did the machine work to set up the bottom end. He had to build a spacer plate for it and everything. He did all that stuff to make the cylinder match up to the bottom end. And then from there, Garrett Barker took it and he ported it and did a wild port job on it. It wasn't as much as he wanted it to be because of the way it was set up. It wasn't exactly, you know, this ain't the best idea in the world. You can definitely get more power out of just taking a 346 XP and building it. I know that, I know it now, but I figured it then. But it's still really nice and fun and powerful, and how cool is it that I'm showing up with a Craftsman to a race? Now, I haven't gotten to actually race it yet. This year, on November the 4th, I'll be going back to the Alabama race, and I'll be running this saw in the 50cc class. I don't think that I'll have time to do any alternative fuels to it, although I want to. And that's this right here, you can do that stuff with. But for now, this is just straight gasoline, and I'm wanting to see how it's going to do in this pine. We'll put it up against that MS361 that I just did a very mild port job on and see how it is. The only real difference in the chain setup is this is a 16-inch bar. Both of them have out-of-the-box Husqvarna C83 chains. So, let's see how this baby runs. Well, okay, that happens every time I let it sit. It'll start up no problem now. See? But this is a race saw, okay? There's little problems like that. It's got a really big carb. I believe he said it was the carburetor off of a 395 XP. Maybe it's a smaller than that, but it's really big. It's a big carb. So let's see how it does. I can't help but wonder if it'd be faster with the 325 setup. But I don't want to swap it out. I don't want to swap it out again. And this is the way that ultimately it will run. So I think I'll probably just leave it like that. Screw it. Let's put the 325 on. Okay. She should cut really nicely now. You got it good and sharp. That is a Steel 325 RS. It's amazing. I don't know how some people run 35 thousandths on their rakers. I just don't even. That's only 25 thousandths on the rakers. Chain sharpened up nicely. It's cutting well. But the idea that I would go to 35 thousandths, I mean, as grabby as can be as it is, you know, but it's throwing good chips. It's cutting good. You know, it's got a nice edge on it. I did a good job with that. You know, could people do better? Of course, you know me. Hopefully somebody will screw up. I take that back. I don't want anybody to screw up. I want everybody to do as good as they can. But yeah, that's what it's going to take for me to be able to win a race there. Those guys are running full tilt saws. And this one, ultimately, I will have on an alternative fuel. I just don't right now, and I don't have time to do it before the race because the race is a week from now. And I don't even know where to begin exactly, you know. Running it on methanol. I don't know. I think you got to drill out the jets. I don't know. So if you guys have any knowledge of that, put it in the comments. But I think I'll definitely run that setup. I don't think I'll even run an 8-pin because it's really wanting to grab as it is, and I need the power. That's why I don't like the idea of the 3/8 chain on there now, because the smallest 3/8 sprocket you can get is a 7-pin, which is the size of an 8-pin 325. And in its current condition, at least, I think that it definitely needs that 7-pin. So we'll run it and see how it goes. Black magic, yeah. Oh, and a lot of people ask me still about muffler mods and everything. And, you know, I had fun with the pipes. I really did. I had fun learning them and everything, and they make a difference. They really make a difference in power. However, if you're actually truly going for power, we just drill a hole, you know. The whole idea, I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I'm going to get some backlash on this. I know I will. Just know that you can talk till you're blue in the face. At this point, I've seen enough. You won't be able to convince me. I will think you're wrong, okay? And what I'm about to say is, you don't need back pressure. If you want to make this thing as fast as you can possibly make it and not have an expansion chamber exhaust, the ticket is just do away with the muffler entirely. Flow. The reason you don't need back pressure is you are getting a little bit of fuel coming out the exhaust anyways. Even if you got back pressure. All right, you're not going to be able, and I know I've got some videos in the past myself. I know. But you live, you learn. And what I have learned is for ultimate power, without an expansion chamber, no muffler at all, and you would be faster, okay? Maybe just a solid pipe sticking straight out would be faster than no muffler at all. But the key is flow getting out. You got to get rid of that exhaust. If you have any kind of back pressure at all, you stand a chance of getting some of the spent emissions staying inside your combustion chamber. And whenever you do that, you dilute your mixture and it slows it down. That's why every race you will ever go to that is a professional class and they are forced to run the muffler. You're just going to see big effing holes in that muffler. That's it. Just get that shit out. And so building the pipes is very time consuming. I don't have a nice full machine work, metal work shop. And so a lot of people ask me if I can build a pipe. Well, the answer to that is complicated. Yes, I can build it. I can build a space shuttle and send it to the moon. It just takes money and time. I can make anything, okay? That's the way I feel, all right? Certain things are not worth my time. And I've come to see pipe mufflers as among those things. Because, yeah, they offer more power, but they're so damn loud. And if I'm going to build a race saw, I'm just going to drill a hole in the muffler. Crazy. All right, finally we got some testing. Tomorrow maybe we'll test to see if the 7 or 8 pin is faster, but I doubt it. I think we're going to run it just like this.